Hello students. In previous session we have seen the different cases for transient stability analysis using equal area criteria. Here we have discussed the last case where we have discussed the case of reclosure, means the effect of reclosure in transient fault. So let us consider the same system, SMIB system, where the single machine is connected to an infinite bus via parallel transmission line. Consider somewhere fault over here, maybe middle of the transmission line, or it may be end of the transmission line. That means you may consider any of the case, that means case B or case C, where the fault is at the end of the transmission line, or we can consider at the fault at middle of the transmission line. So continue to that, if the fault, or yes, the rest of the theory will remain same, which is for before fault power transfer by the system or machine to the infinite bus, which is PE1, which is equal to, again, yes, I will write again the equation, E dash V upon XD dash dex V divided by XD dash plus X1 parallel to X2 into sine delta. Equation number 1, during fault, if the fault is middle of the transmission line, then P2 will be E dash V XD dash, not XD dash, actually it is the X2 equivalent. Yes, just recall the previous theory, X2 equivalent and sine delta. And the third one is post fault power transfer, which is PE3. That means after clearing of the faulty line from the system, the power transfer, which is PE3, equal to E dash V. If it is the fault at on transmission line 2, then the equivalent reactance is XD dash plus X1 sine delta. I hope you have clear up to this. And according to that, you will draw the power delta or P delta curve for these all these three from this all three equation. Clear? P delta curve. So here also we have considered the fault at middle of the transmission line. If we consider, yes, of course we can consider fault at any end of the transmission line, but if we consider the fault at the end of the transmission line, then the power transfer during the fault will become 0. Clear? So let us draw the phasor diagram for this from these all three equation. So the curve 1 will shows the power transfer during normal operating condition. That means both the line are connected into the system. The next one is curve 2, which shows the power transfer during the faulty condition, and here we have considered that fault at middle of the transmission line. Just erase this one so that you cannot get confused. Okay, so yes, curve 2 will represent the PE2, which is the power transfer during fault condition. Clear? And the curve 3 will shows the power transfer after the fault clearance, which is PE3. Clear? Now let us, yes, we have understand the operating condition and applied the equal area criteria, which is here the normal operating condition where PM with respect to PM you will get the PE0 electrical output power at an angle delta 0. Clear? But if the fault is occur, so from normal operating condition to the power transfer is reduced to the equivalent of x2, and then again it will restore. It means A to B, B to C, C to D, and somewhere from D to E over here. Clear? So we know very well this theory. Just continue to or considering the previous case. So here delta CR you can say, here it is delta max or delta 2 at the point of E. Let me redraw again. Yes, point E somewhere over here. Okay, and this is the delta max. Beyond that you cannot get the stable operation of the system. Here it is a delta 2. Clear? So yes, this one is delta CR or delta C. Clear? And yes, this one is the equal area criteria. If the system is stable, if the acceleration which is equal to the deceleration, that means area A1 will be equal to area A2, then the system will be in stable operating condition. Clear? So now let us consider the case of recloser over here. So if the circuit breaker of this line 2 are reclosed successfully, that means the fault was transient one. So the circuit breaker is reclosed again after getting open from the signal of relay. It will be reclosed again as the fault was transient one, and clear the faulty line, or I can say reconnect the faulty line. So if it will be happen, then the power transfer is once again becomes, yes, a PE4. You will get the new power transfer if the recloser, that means power transfer is tried to restore from this both the transmission lines. So I can write PE4 which is again equal to PE1. Yes, PE4 which is again equal to PE1, which is you will get from this equation number 1. Clear? So I can write over here PE1 is equal to PE4, where PE4 is power transfer by the machine to the infinite bus after successfully reclosing of the circuit breaker. Clear? That after realizing that the fault was in transient one, so the recloser is successfully, sorry, circuit breaker is reclosed successfully. Clear? So at that time the power transfer is restored, and PE4 you will get the another power which is PE4 which is equal to again PE1. Clear? So the recloser restore the power transfer, the chances of stable operation is improved. Why? Because the power transfer is now possible from both these transmission line. Clear? So as the fault is clear, the transmission line is in the operating condition, then now the power transfer is restored to the original position, that means at PE1. Clear? So the stable operation can be indicated by this figure number, say figure number 2 from this graph. Okay, so here let us understand the case of recloser. So before this delta 2, before this angle delta 2, the power transfer is restored, or the recloser circuit breaker is reclosed, then I can redraw this diagram as this strip here somewhere. and here we will get the new angle which is delta RC, which is known as angle of reclosure at the point or at the time where, and if you wish you can write TRC, means time of operating of reclosure. That means circuit breaker will reclose again and take this transmission line 2 into the operating condition for the power transfer. Clear? So with respect to that, we will get an angle delta RC, which is angle of reclosure. And now, yes, the power transfer is restored. So now the power transfer is restored to the or transferred to the PE1, or you can say PE4, which is equal to PE1. So yes, yeah, we know very well delta RC or delta CR is critical clearing angle and delta RC is angle of reclosure at which the reclosure will operate. Clear? So for critical clearing angle, yes, we know very well for critical clearing angle, consider the stable operation. So we can write A1 is equal to A2. So we need to calculate, yes, before that just calculate the angle delta 1 or sorry delta 2, not 1, delta 2. We have written already, but again I will write the equation of angle delta 2, or I can say delta max for critical clearing angle delta 2, which is equal to delta max or maximum angle at which we can get the stable operation during this faulty condition. Okay, so delta 2 which is equal to delta max, which is equal to pi minus sine inverse. Just recall the theory or case A, case of mechanical power input, sudden increase in mechanical power input, Pm by Pmax 1. Here I have considered Pmax 1. In previous case I have considered that Pmax 3. So I have asked one question that you have to find out why I have considered here Pmax 1 instead of only Pmax, or I can consider Pmax 2, Pmax 3, but instead of that I have considered Pmax 1. That you need to find out by yourself, okay, as an homework. Okay, so let us calculate the both the area for stable operating condition. So here delta 0 to delta CR, yes, this one delta 0 to delta CR, just follow this path where the acceleration is take place. That means Pm minus Pe, where Pe is equal to second, so yes, second curve, which is Pmax 2 sine delta into delta. Clear? Which is equal to again, yes, delta CR to delta RC, delta CR to delta RC. Yes, again, what is delta CR? Critical clearing angle, and delta RC angle of reclosure at which the circuit breaker is reclose the line again or in normal operating condition. Clear? Where Pm minus Pe deceleration, which is Pmax 3 sine delta minus Pm angle delta, plus this new term will introduce just because of the action of reclosure. Clear? So here again delta RC2, yes, delta RC to delta max, or you can consider at delta 2. Clear? Which is again the acceleration, which is Pmax 1 minus Pm, is Pmax 1 sine delta minus Pm to d delta. Clear? Equation number 5. And By solving this equation number 5, you will get final answer for critical clearing angle for the case of reclosure. So I hope you have clear up to this. In next session, we will calculate the example based on all these case. Clear? So let me recall you again or brief you just again all 4 cases which we have discussed till now for the transient stability analysis using equal area criteria. So we have started from the very first case, which is sudden application of mechanical power input. So if suddenly the mechanical power input is increased, then what will happen when we get the stable operation and when we will get the unstable operation, that you have to conclude. And one more interesting conclusion we derived, that beyond 90 we can get the stable operation for the case of transient stability analysis. Clear? Okay. Second case, short circuit studies at one end of the transmission line. Here the conclusion, or we can derive the conclude that if the fault is clear as soon as possible, we can get the stable operation. If we delay to clear the fault or faulty line, then the chances of loss of stability is increased. Clear? So that you have to explain from this P delta curve. I hope you have clear. Then next is the case 3. Case 3, yes. Short circuit study at the middle of the transmission line. In previous case, we have seen that if the fault is at any end of the transmission line, then the power transfer during the fault is become 0. But here in the case of fault at middle of the transmission line, we will get the equivalent reactance X2, and therefore the power transfer during the fault is, we get the power transfer during fault condition. Okay, here in this case we calculate the critical clearing angle, which is useful, and we can conclude that at a point, if the delta C is increased, that means clearing angle is increased, the area A1 is increased, and we need to calculate a delta 2 such that A1 is equal to A2 for stable operating condition. And for unstable operating condition, if the delta 2 or delta max, if we get the value of delta our rotor position beyond the delta max, then the system will be in unstable operating condition. Clear? And the last one is case of reclosure, where we come to know after the we can say that the circuit breaker is reclosed again as the fault is in transient nature, and hence the power transfer is restored via both the transmission line, and the stability or chances of improvement of stability is increased. Clear? And the delta CR for this condition. I hope you have clear up to this. In next session we will calculate the example based on all these cases. Okay.